This episode was supposed to go out yesterday, and it didn't because I'm a mom, I run a business, and sometimes something has to give. And that's exactly what we're talking about today: mom guilt. Welcome back to Crumbcake Chaos. I'm Carrie Shelley, mom of four and two angel babies, owner of Enchanted Cakes and Treats, entrepreneur, world record holder, side hustle queen, and someone who is constantly trying to balance it all and feeling like I'm falling short somewhere along the lines. Mom guilt is constant. It doesn't matter what you're doing. You feel like you should be doing something else. You're working, you feel guilty, you're not with your kids. You're with your kids, and you feel guilty that you're not working. It's like you can't win. No matter what you're doing, it feels like it's not enough. Running a business with kids is a totally different kind of chaos. You're answering emails with a baby in your lap, taking calls while making dinner, thinking about work while trying to be present. And sometimes you're doing all of that at the same time. There's no clocking out when you're a mom and a business owner. I will never forget going to Gracie's ballet practice when she was little and sitting there, and she's like, "Mommy, look at me, look at me, look at me." And I'm literally on my phone answering emails and trying to get orders together. And I felt so horrible because all she wanted was my undivided attention, and I couldn't give it to her. I want to paint you a real picture, because when I say running a business with kids is chaos, I mean actual chaos sometimes. So you all know that I've got four kids. Two of them are adults, and I use that term loosely, and then a teenager. And I've got a baby who is at the stage where he's into everything: screaming, tearing things apart, climbing on everything. And I'm trying to run a business in the middle of it because he comes to work with me every day. I'm literally tripping over him, tripping over toys, trying to move around the bakery. We've got baby gates up everywhere and barriers that I have to climb over carrying cakes, climbing over all the gates and all the toys and him, holding him at the same time. And let's not forget, currently, I'm doing that with a broken foot. Like, it's actually ridiculous when I say it out loud. I'm holding him while grabbing things for customers, taking orders, answering questions, and he's doing nothing but making noise. Sometimes it's a lot of noise, and the people on the phone don't understand. My staff is jumping in, grabbing him when they can, trying to help, and trying to get me my time, because sometimes I'm on deadlines. And sometimes I literally can't do both at the same time. And then there's the other kids. While the boys are older, they still live at home and they still need me for things. I just took last Friday and spent a couple hours helping Vincent with things. They still need mom's help, and I still have to stop what I'm doing for them and help them and be there. And then there's my daughter. She's involved in everything. I didn't even know there were so many clubs in schools. So I'm running to practices and events and art this and back and forth between school, back to the bakery, back to home. We've got homecoming and student council and prom and all of the stuff and things, driving. It's constant movement. And in the middle of all of this, I'm trying to run a business. And let's not forget my side hustles. There's no separation. It's all happening at the same time. And yes, it gets frustrating. It gets overwhelming. It gets exhausting. There are moments where I'm like, I can't do this right now. And then right behind that, frustration and mental breakdown that I have, the crying and the maybe I'm yelling and maybe I'm getting loud because I'm so frustrated. Behind that comes the guilt because now I'm frustrated and I feel bad for being frustrated, especially with the little one because he doesn't know. And you feel everything at once, completely overwhelmed, frustrated, and guilty for both. And that's the part that people don't see when you own a business. The juggling, the chaos, the mental load of trying to do everything at the same time. And then there are the quiet moments, the ones no one sees, when everything slows down for a second, when the baby finally falls asleep in your arms, the noise stops, the chaos pauses, and you just sit there holding them, looking at them, treasuring them. And in that moment, nothing else matters. Not the orders, not the stress, not the things you didn't get done, just them. And you realize this is why you're doing all of it. The chaos, the exhaustion, the juggling. It's for them in the middle of all of the chaos. There are still moments that remind you why it's worth it. And you wish you could stay in that moment just a little longer. But life doesn't stop. The phone rings. Something needs you. You have to get back up and keep going. But for that second, you get to just be mom. And then there are moments that you miss, events, times at home, little things that feel big later, especially if you're walking and you have a little, you're working and you have a little one that starts walking, or you miss the first crawl, or you miss the first step, or anything along those lines. And that guilt, it sticks with you. You tell yourself, I'm doing this for them, I'm building something for our future. But at the same time, there's another voice in your head. Am I missing too much right now? Am I giving enough? Are they going to remember this or what I missed? And that is constant. It doesn't shut off when you leave the bakery. It doesn't stop when you lay down at night. It's always there. You're always questioning if you're doing the right thing, even when you are trying your best. Because now it's not just about time, it's about who you are. Are you a good mom? Are you a present mom? Are you doing enough for your kids? Are you giving them enough? Or are you too focused on your business? And then you feel selfish because it's your business. And then you add in everything else. Social media moms who look like they have it all together. Other business owners who seem to balance it perfectly. People who don't understand your life at all, but still have opinions. Remember what I said? Opinions are like assholes. Everyone has them and they all stink. And now you're comparing yourself to. You're comparing yourself to people who aren't living your life, and it is exhausting. Mentally, emotionally, because no matter what you do, it feels like you're falling short somewhere. You feel guilty when you're working and guilty when you're not. Guilty when you say no, guilty when you say yes. There's no version of this where you don't feel something. And there are days where you just sit and think, am I even doing this right? And that's the part that people don't want to talk about. Not the business, not the kids, but the battling happening up here, the battling happening in your head every single day. People love to talk about being a boss, building something, chasing your dreams, but they don't like to talk about the guilt, the exhaustion, the emotional weight of trying to be everything to everyone. Let me say this clearly. You are not failing. You are showing up. You are trying. You are doing the best that You can. Good moms feel guilty because they care. My middle son and I used to fight like cats and dogs. My husband would say all the time that we are oil and water. He just didn't listen. He acted like he knew everything. He still kind of does, but he's 19, so. When he worked at the bakery, I used to think all the time, where in the hell did I go wrong with this kid? Was I not around enough? Did I just not listen to him enough? Did I not talk to him enough or love him enough or give him enough attention? And now that he's on his own, well, work wise, I see he was watching, he was listening. And man, I can't be more proud of the person he's becoming. He has turned into everything I wanted him to be. He's kind and generous. He's snarky, don't get me wrong, but he does it in a fun, loving way. That boy would give you the last $100 in his account if you needed it. He's an amazing worker, and they absolutely love him. And they promoted him so fast. Because why? He was watching, he was learning. He has an amazing work ethic where he didn't when he was here with me. And I just couldn't be more proud. And I know him and the other two, who I'm just as proud of, are an extension of me. And that makes me feel like I must be doing something a little right here and there. Even baby B is watching and learning. Yesterday, he stole a cake board just so he could put it on the turntable and spin the turntable like I do when I work on cakes. Sometimes, most of the time, there is no perfect balance. But there are things that help. Being present when you can, letting go of perfection, giving yourself grace, remembering why you started. One day, your kids are going to see everything you built, and they're not going to remember every moment that you missed. They're going to remember your effort, your love, your fight, your determination. Being a mom is hard. Running a business is hard. Doing both, it's overwhelming sometimes. But you are doing better than you think you are. And if you're feeling this right now, you're not alone. Drop a comment or send me a message. I'm always here to help and to listen. And I would love to trade stories. I have tons of them. Thanks for being part of the chaos with me. And remember, when life gets crummy, there is always something sweet to look forward to. Have a great day, guys.